Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Randa. Well, and also welcome if you're new. I assume a lot of you guys here are new. That you're here from Bev's live last night, which we will talk about a little bit. But you know, if you came from Bev's live, then you talked to me last night and you know who I am. So my name is Randa. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a WIP Chat. Usually, like I said, if you heard last night's live, usually my videos go up like a few weeks late, that I film them and then just sort of have them sitting until I'm able to post them. So they're usually like a few weeks late and you're seeing like past videos. Today, I am actually filming this today and uploading this today, like today. So this is current events. And I wanted to do this because I don't know, it feels, I like having a backlog of videos, but at the same time, it's like, then I'm posting unboxings of kits that I've already finished. And that just, I don't know, it just sometimes feels nice to have updated videos. So, and I want to start doing like a weekly WIP Chat. So this will stand as my first weekly WIP Chat. This is the setup we have going on here. This is new for me. I usually film at my dining table, like film unboxings and stuff. We're on my lap desk, so this pink surface is my lap desk. We're on my couch. This is how I usually diamond paint. So setting up the camera is a little bit interesting. So I hope everything looks okay. If not, I apologize. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna stop rambling. This is a WIP Chat. If you are unfamiliar, WIP stands for work in progress. So we're just gonna have a little chat while we all work on our WIPs. I am working today on, I just blanked on the name, Bubble Fairies by Randall Spangler from Diamond Art Club. And I'm at my favorite part right now because I just add the cookies. Can you notice I opened this section and the first thing I did was those cookies? Like, I was like, look at the cookies. Anyway, so this is Bubble Fairies. I'm going to do a little bit of stats. I don't know. I'm going to tell you everything that I'm working with today. This is the bottom of the first row, so once I'm done with this section, I'll move up to the second row, which I'm very excited about. This is the tray we're using today from Munimade, and then this is my pen from BFF Diamond Painting Pens, a 4-placer and a single placer. This is the blank called Pretty in Pink, but there's 2 of them on their website. One is just Pretty in Pink, and then one has an R after it, like an R in apostrophes, just the letter R. That's this one, is the one with the R. Last time I tried to find it, it was sold out on their website. So if I can find it, I will link it down below. If not, I will just link their website. I have multiple pens from them, and I love every single one of them. I love that you can choose the turning style, so I always choose the nice jinky one. And like, look at that. Is it focusing? Probably not, huh? Look at that. I just love that. My cute little narwhal cover minder here with his little rosy cheeks and his bow. This is from Kim's Needle Minders. I love this cover minder. Like, so strong. Like, the magnet is so strong and just amazing. And then this is my trash drill cover minder. It's just, whoopsie. It's just a little one, which I like. I want to get some little ones in my shop. If I can, oops, now get the magnet to stick again. There we go. I have the large ones, and I want to get some small ones as well. I just need to find them. So, so hopefully I'll have small ones. But if you want like a large one, I have those in my Etsy shop, which I will also link down below. And excuse if you can hear my dog barking in this video because she's mad that I put her away for the WIP Chat because she's gonna knock over my tripod. I just have some white tack in my single placer and my multi-placer. I think that's it. I think that's all the stats that are necessary to be talked about. So let's talk a little bit. I need to get a color. I'm getting distracted. I haven't done a WIP Chat in so long that I'm getting distracted. Let's talk a little bit about last night because holy crap. just, I couldn't believe it. I was going into that live expecting like, okay, there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of people that you know and admire, because it's Bev. You know and admire Bev. And there's going to be people in chat that you know and admire. So like, just, I was preparing myself for that. It was overwhelming in the best way possible. That like, all of my favorite creators were there, and I got to just chat with Bev and chat with you guys, and just, oh my God. The only way I can describe it was that it was surreal for me. It was so surreal that somebody who has just started this craft and just got into this world and whatever was now doing a live with one of the biggest creators, in my opinion at least, she's one of the biggest creators on this platform. And I was like, I told her, I think I said it during the live actually, that I was like, I was just so blown away that like, why me? Out of all of the creators, you choose my ass with like a whole 20 subscribers, and has only been diamond painting for like 4 months, and you're like, yeah, I want to do a live with her. I just didn't get it. Of course, logically, I got it. Like, she'd watch my videos, she'd like my videos, it's awesome. But I was like, there's so many creators on here, and yet she wanted to live with me. I don't know. I thought it was awesome. I was so excited. It was so fun to get to chat with all of you guys and answer your guys' questions. And you were so sweet the whole entire time. A lot of people made comments about, like, my energy, like my, what was the word? It was like my positivity and my enthusiasm and my whatever, that you guys really liked that. And that just made my heart so happy. Every part of last night just made my heart so happy. It was just ridiculous. I was kind of but wondering if I was gonna, because we had talked about, I told Bev, I was like, hey, I just started my Etsy shop, and I know you have an Etsy shop, so, because we were, just talking about, like, yeah, we'll talk about diamond painting and whatever, and I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And I was like, and I have an Etsy shop also, so we can talk about all things Etsy, like, not trying to insinuate anything, just saying, like, yeah, we could talk about things Etsy. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, we should absolutely promote your shop. And I was like, we should what? I was just like, you know how many people go to your live? You want to promote my shop? Oh my God. So I don't want to say I was expecting an influx of orders, because I wasn't, but I had restocked before the video, like, just in case, because I was like, well, if people want stuff, then, like, I need to be prepared, right? Like, I don't know if anybody's actually gonna want anything. I might get 0 orders from this live, and that would be totally fine. Just the fact that I was even there is enough. But I think I got 2 orders earlier that morning before live, and then after live, I got 8 more orders. Oh my God. Oh my God, my sales skyrocketed, my revenue skyrocketed. I was like, oh, my dog is so mad. I'm so sorry if you can hear her. I am so sorry. Oh my God. It took me, when I came out of live, because my boyfriend had just gotten home right before live started, and so I didn't really have time to, like, ask him about his day and whatever before I was like, help me with my computer, my camera's not working, because I ended up having to use my phone because the camera on my computer wasn't working, which made me really sad. But anyway, I was like, you gotta help me, live starts in 9 minutes. So when I came out, I was like, okay, I want to ask him about his day and talk to him a little bit and whatever. And it, like, took me a minute to, like, calm down after live and get to a point where I could actually, like, sit and talk about our day or whatever without going, oh my God. Oh my God. Did that really just happen to me? Did that really just, I don't even know what to, like, I was just sitting there going, holy crap, I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to do. I just was like totally freaking out. And Perry was like, are you okay? That's my boyfriend. His name is Perry. And I was like, no, I'm not okay. Like, I'm on like a high right now. Like, I'm just going insane. And then I was also sitting there, because, you know, we're all our own worst enemy. I was sitting there going, oh my God, my ADHD was like spiraling out of control during that video because I was so anxious all beforehand because I knew there were going to be a lot of people. And I was meeting Bev for the first time and whatever. And so that was like nerve-wracking to me in a good way. And so I was anxious all day. And then when I get into live, I got so excited that my ADHD was just like spiraling. And I talked a lot. And I don't think that was a bad thing because it was like a get to know this new creator type of thing. And she was asking me questions. And so it wasn't like, I don't think it was super like out of the blue, but at the same time, I was sitting there going, oh my God, this is Bev's live. And I'm just sitting here rambling about myself. And like, they probably want to hear about Bev's day or something. Like, I don't know. I just was like, I hope I wasn't being annoying and just invasive or whatever, that like I should have given more of the stand to Bev or something. I don't know. I think it was fine, but I am my own worst critic. And so I was sitting there afterwards going, oh my God, I hope they didn't think I was like so annoying. Because like I was here, there, and everywhere during that. I bet I don't even want to watch it back, but because I feel like it's gonna make me think those thoughts even worse. But I bet if I were to watch it back, I would be like, oh my God, you went from like here to there to there to there to there to there. And I have this really bad habit of like when I'm doing it right now. When my brain is formulating a sentence, I go, so if da da da, like I start like 7 sentences before I actually finish my sentence. And I caught myself doing that so much last night. And I was like, God, that must be so annoying. Like, I just like to listen to me start my sentences like 18 times before I actually figure out what I'm going to say. Anyway, so that was amazing. And everybody kept telling me, I kept getting messages after live that was like, telling me how awesome it was and whatever, and how happy they were that they found me, which just like, oh my God, warmed my heart. And I also got a lot of messages that was like, all right, your next live needs to be with Katie from Diamonds and Washi. And I was like, oh, guys, don't even. Don't even. Because it's like, oh my God, I would love to, A. And B, it's like, I think we would have a lot of fun together, but I know that just from watching Katie's videos, it's like, I know that she doesn't have a ton of mental margin right now, which like is totally fine. Like neither do I. And so I was like, well, I was briefly thinking it's like, well, maybe I should go ask her, like if she wanted to, if that was something she was interested in. And then I was like, no. Like if that's going to happen, she needs to come to me. Like, I don't want to be invasive and be like, hey, we should go live, but on your channel, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just seemed like, no, if she wanted to, she'll reach out to me and whatever. But I was like, I would literally cry. Like, that would be so much fun. A lot of people were saying that like my inner Katie was coming out or whatever during the live. I was like, that's just how I am. Like what you saw last night, that was just, it was who I am, but it was also me on steroids because I was just like so stupidly excited. It was not even funny that I was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't even believe the situation I was in. So it was insane to me. I had so much fun. It was so much fun to get to talk to you guys and like seeing orders come in from like some of my favorite creators, like Laura from Anxiety Art Adventures, and Katie ordered something, I was like, girl, you are the best. Like, everybody is just like, I'm getting orders from people that I recognize, like, in the community. I can't remember who all ordered, but there were other people that I recognized as well. And I was just like, oh my God, this feels so surreal to me. This feels so surreal. And Bev actually told me after we ended live, we just said like goodbye to each other real quick and wrapped it up with just ourselves. And she was like, yeah, thank you so much for coming. That was whatever. And that was like, she didn't say that was whatever. She said, oh my God, that was so much fun. And I was like, that was crazy. I loved it, whatever. And she was like, I hope you got some more subscribers and whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I jumped from like 22 subscribers to like 66 subscribers, like within the span of that live. It was crazy. And she was like, yeah, I definitely think your channel is gonna blow up because like you have really good quality content and like your personality is really amazing. And so she was like, I bet you'll blow up like 100%. And I was like, you really think so? Like, I mentioned very briefly in the live that like I have had other YouTube channels before, and I mentioned very briefly that I had a TikTok channel, page, account, whatever. I had a TikTok account that had like a stupid amount of followers. It still does. It has a stupid amount of followers. I am completely inactive in it though, because it became, oh my God, my dog. That is Ash, by the way. My dog, Ash, my puppy. Anyway, it became so overwhelming that like, I kind of had to just take a step back. It also was like a lot of my followers were like older men that were just, I don't know, thought I was hot or something. Like, I don't know. And so it was just kind of like, it just turned like creepy instead of like supportive. But it's dropped a little bit because I've been so inactive, but I had 170,000 followers. Yeah, 170,000 followers. No. So because of that, I have always been of the mindset when I started this, that I was like, I just really want to be part of the community. Like, I don't care about numbers. I don't care how many subscribers I have. I don't care whatever. I just want to be part of the community. That like, because I remember with my TikTok channel, I focused very heavy on the numbers. And when you get to have that many followers, it's hard to not focus on the numbers. And I wanted to be really conscious about the fact that I wasn't going to do that this time. That I wanted it to be about the community and not about the numbers. So it's like, to me, in my head, I've already accomplished that. Like, I have 200 and something followers on Instagram, and I have 66 subscribers over here, and I could stop right there and be as happy as ever, because especially after last night, I feel so like part of this community. Like, I feel like I'm part of it, and that was all I wanted. That was all I wanted. So of course I'm not going to be mad if I continue to gain subscribers and stuff, but it's not about that for me. It's like, I just wanted to be part of this community. I just wanted to make friends in this community, and I've done exactly that. So I could not be happier. Could not be happier. I'm still kind of on a high from yesterday. Like, I feel like that was, I don't want to say a life-changing moment, but a life-changing moment. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crafting, but it meant so much to me. It really did. So, because of the influx of orders last night, that's what I'll be spending my day doing today. I told my boyfriend last night, I was like, I got so much to do. I got so many packages to package up, and I want to get them shipped out and whatever, and I got to go to therapy and all this stuff because I have therapy today. Wednesday is therapy day in my world. Oops, I just dropped an AB somewhere. And so I was like, oh my God, I gotta like get up and get running. And so I'm like, last night I started, because I have 2 on top of the cover minders and waxes and stuff, which is all ready to go. Because like I said, I sort of stocked up just in case. And I'm pretty sure I missed a few ABs, but you know what? We'll find them later. Anyway, so all of that stuff is pretty much ready to go. That I have them in a drawer. I can just sort of not throw them in a bag. You know what I mean? I can package them up and get them off today, no problem. But with 2 of my orders, they also ordered a plushie, which was amazing, an amigurumi plushie. I love getting plushie orders. And so last night I was like, it was like 10:30 and my boyfriend was like, okay, it's time for bed. And I was like, but, no, I gotta finish the plushie. I was like, I'm so close. I just need to finish it. Like, I just need to do his little belly patch and then I'm done. Like, I just need to finish it so that I can get everything going tomorrow and blah, blah, blah. I was like going on about how I wanted to finish it so bad because I was gonna have to, make another one tomorrow. And so I wanted to just get it rolling. And he was like, you don't have to ship everything out tomorrow, right? Like, you give yourself like a week or 2 exactly for that reason. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't have to ship out tomorrow, which is today, but I want to. Like, I want people to have their stuff as quickly as possible. And I'm excited to ship it out and see my stuff in the world, being used by the people that ordered it. So it's like, I want to get it out and I want to see what people think of my wax formula and I want to see if they're, what their opinions are and what they, I want to see it. And so I want to see it as soon as possible. Today is a better day than any. So, and then it's like, oh my God, she shipped out the next day. How cool. I always love it when companies ship out the next day. So I want to be that company that ships out the next day. So I was like, yeah, I don't have to, but I want to. And he was like, yeah, I feel. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's going to take me forever. Absolutely going to take me all day, but it's going to be fine. You know what? It's going to be a good time. In terms of a job, because of course I do consider my Etsy shop my job-ish. I tell my parents it's like I have 2 part-time jobs. Like, I DoorDash part-time and then I run my Etsy shop part-time. Those are my 2 part-time jobs. So it's like, in terms of work, that is one of the most fun things I can imagine doing for work. That like, I get to like package up orders, like how fun. And I get to make cover minders and stuff, like how fun. Speaking of that, if you didn't grab anything from last night, or if you didn't see live last night and this is all information, new information to you, hello. First of all, sorry for talking about something that you don't understand, but if you didn't grab anything last night or whatever, because I know Bev said that she wanted to place an order, but she was gonna wait specifically for this reason, which just like, of course, made my heart so happy. That I actually have some new cover minders, like supplies to make the cover minders and whatever, on the way. And I got a notification this morning that they should be here on Friday. So I should be able to get them made and then up on the shop by maybe Sunday, I would say, if they come on Friday. I'll, of course, if you aren't following me on Instagram, you should go ahead and do that if you want updates on the shop, because that's where I post updates on the shop. That like, when I release something to my to my Etsy shop. I always put it on my Instagram. So if you want to keep up to date with that kind of stuff, of course you can favorite my shop and you'll see it that way, or you can go follow me on Instagram. I will leave it linked in the description below, along with everything that I have mentioned in this video. So, you'll see on my Instagram for sure when those go up, but I have some really cute ones. Like, there's some really cute, like, food-themed ones, and some really cute butterflies, and some, like, really beautiful bumblebees. Ooh, I'm excited about those bumblebees. Those are cute. And then hopefully I'll have more scents of the scented wax going up soon. I had some comments that like they wanted to place an order, but it was too early for fall scents and stuff. And I was like, I totally understand. I was just trying to do, because I know that preferences can vary in terms of scents, that like a lot of people like really fruity scents, and then a lot of people like really warm scents, like the sugar cookie kind of scents and whatever. So with my releases that I've done so far, and I think I've done 2 drops of scented wax, I try to do like a combination of both. So I'll do like a really summery, like fruity type of scent, and then I'll do like a really warm scent. So like my last drop was sugared melon, which, oh my god, it smells so good, which is sugared melon and hazelnut cream. So that if you really like warm scents, you can get a warm scent, and if you really like fruity scents, you can get a fruity scent. But let me know, honestly, you guys, I'd like to know what kind of scents that you would like to see if you're interested in ordering, because I can 100% do it differently. I just thought that would be a good way to give variation. But if you have ideas for like, ooh, I'd really like to see these kinds of scents or whatever, let me know in the comments down below, and I can absolutely make that happen. I want to make what you guys want to see, so let's see. What number do I want to do next? I guess we'll do number 3. Symbol 3, I guess. It's a number, but it's a symbol at the same time. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is just orders. And then at 2 o'clock, I have therapy today. So I get to drive an hour to therapy, which is so fun. I used to see a therapist that was just right down the street, and I really miss that. The only reason I changed therapists was because that therapist I was seeing actually recommended a different type of therapy to me, where like I was just doing talk therapy. And if you're not familiar with therapy and mental health, you're not going to know what this means, but I switched to, she recommended that I try what's called EMDR, which is a type of therapy that has, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what EMDR stands for, but it's a lot more of like, help. How do you describe that? Oh my god, I wish I knew. There's a lot of like how to subconsciously control things that you can't necessarily like just talk about. Like you can't talk your anxiety away. In some circumstances you can, but when you actually have like an anxiety disorder, that's a lot harder. You can't just say like, hey, stop being anxious, and then all of a sudden you're going to stop being anxious. And so if you can't talk yourself through it, then EMDR can be helpful with that. So I do EMDR for my anxiety, and it's actually been really helpful. But there are not a lot of therapists in my area that are like trained EMDR therapists. So I have to go to a therapist that's all the way down in Greenwood Village, which, if you're not familiar with the Colorado area, is, oops, that just slid where I didn't want it to, is south of Denver, and I am north of Denver. So it's an hour. It is a good hour commute. Which is so annoying. So I don't work on Wednesdays, like I don't DoorDash on Wednesdays because it's like I already know I'm gonna have to spend 2 hours in the car today for the trip there and back. I really don't want to be in the car for any longer like DoorDashing. So I don't DoorDash on Wednesdays, and I just go to therapy and do Etsy shop things and stuff. So, and then I usually listen to like true crime on the way there because I find myself getting really bored with like just listening to music for that drive. I listen to music while I'm door dashing and stuff, which is totally fine, but for some reason it's like almost like I need my ADHD brain needs something else. It needs more entertainment. So I've been listening to like true crime stuff on the way there, which is, it gets my brain a little more engaged, which is really nice, but yet I can still just sort of listen to it. It's YouTube videos, but they're like podcast style YouTube videos, so you don't have to be watching it. You can just listen to it, which I really enjoy. The girl that I really like watching true crime from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, Eleanor Neal, here on YouTube. Love her videos. She's very like personable about it. And so it doesn't feel like, I feel like a lot of true crime stuff, they try to like make it scary. And I'm very easily scared. And so I don't want to, I don't want it to be super scary. I just am fascinated by it. I used to be a criminology major, like that was my major in school. So I'm really fascinated by it, and I just want to hear the story and hear the evidence and whatever. I don't want to be scared. There's no reason that I feel that I need to be scared. I just want to hear the facts of the case and stuff. And she's very good at not making it scary, and she just talks about it, which is really, really fascinating to me. So I like listening to her. If you guys have any other sort of like true crime podcast types of suggestions, I would love to hear them. Gosh dang it. I just knocked my thing over. It's like the story of my life. This little cover minder here, this trash trail cover minder, I have a 4-month-old kitten, and that's his favorite thing to play with. Is my trash trail cover minder. He likes to knock it over because he's a dick. So that's the story of my life. Anyway, if you guys have any true crime like podcast suggestions or like YouTube videos, like YouTube channels like Eleanor Neal, let me know, because I am always interested in that kind of stuff. I'm also really interested in like the court system, and so like trials and stuff, as much as it like physically angers me, because I hate the way that our court system works when it comes to criminal cases and stuff, and just kind of, I missed a whole entire section of that color. How rude of me. I just missed a whole section. Oops, I'm dropping things. It like physically angers me the way that we handle that kind of stuff, like plea deals, and the fact that you're trying to argue, like if somebody is, it's more like trying to argue your side just for the sake of winning instead of like actually trying to figure out like who committed the murder or the whatever crime it is. And that infuriates me. It's like, no, I don't, if they're guilty, they're guilty. Like no plea deals, no trying to argue that they're innocent if they're not. Like, why don't you want the truth? It's more about winning than it is justice. And that just pisses me off. It really does. So, but as much as it infuriates me, I'm still very fascinated by it. So anything having to do with like the judicial system, in terms of court cases, and then also I'm really fascinated by prison systems and the prisoners themselves. And so I've been watching a lot of things about that as well. So if you have any suggestions, let me know, because I'm always open to them. I've been talking for half an hour now. Way to go me. Way to go me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm tired today, y'all. ended up staying up so late last night finishing that amigurumi frog that I didn't go to bed till like midnight. And my boyfriend wakes up for work at, I was going to finish that ADHD brain at its finest. I was going to finish that section that I missed like the whole color of, and then I forgot. My boyfriend wakes up at 6 a.m. to go to work. And so because of that, I have gotten in the habit of 6 a.m. is good morning. So I only got 6 hours of sleep last night. I am running on coffee. And that's it. No sleep, just coffee. So, I'm tired. I'm going to be exhausted tonight. I can already tell you right now. I am going to be exhausted. But I don't have to DoorDash today, which kind of makes me happy low-key because I was getting really sick of it yesterday. Sometimes I love DoorDash, and sometimes it just pisses me off so much because you never know. Part of that is that you never know what you're going to make in a day. You never know what you're going to make in a week. You never know what you're going to make in a month. Some is better than others. Some days are better than others. And yesterday was a really iffy day that it was just like there were some people that weren't tipping very well, and it kept giving me these ridiculous orders. I was so mad that, so you have what's called, if you're not familiar with DoorDash, you have what's called your acceptance rate, and it is how, what percentage of the time you accept orders. And they make a big deal about it in the app, oh my god, your acceptance rate is going to drop, but really it doesn't mean crap. It doesn't, it doesn't affect you negatively at all, as long as you don't decline too many orders. If you decline too many, you could get kicked off the app, but you can decline and your acceptance rate can go down to even as low as 20%, and it doesn't really affect you. So but anyway, it kept giving me orders yesterday at the very start. I started at 10 a.m. and it kept giving me Walmart orders. Now, Walmart orders are sometimes totally fine because sometimes somebody orders one thing from Walmart and they want it delivered, and that's fine. No big deal. I can absolutely do that. And then some people want their whole week's grocery grocery haul delivered, and then they don't tip, and it takes so much time. And sometimes it's here, you want to carry 3 giant bags of dog food up 5 flights of stairs and not get tipped for it? Thanks. And it's I'm just not about that life. It ends up making me have really bad days in terms of money, that if I take a bunch of orders like that, I don't make very much money. So I try to kind of stay away from Walmart orders unless they kind of make sense. And I kept getting these Walmart orders yesterday. I don't know what was going on with DoorDash that I was getting order after order after order of really extravagant Walmart orders where you would go to Walmart and you'd pick up 5 different people's grocery orders and then take them to 5 different people's houses for $10. I was no ma'am, absolutely not happening. That is so not you. That's going to take me 2 hours for $10. No ma'am. No, there's such a better use of my time. And so I would decline this order, and it kept giving me these orders, take grocery to 3 people, take grocery to 5 people, take grocery to 7 people. No, stop it. All for $10. No, ma'am. No, I'm not doing that. And so because I had to decline so many of these orders, my acceptance rate went down to 40% or something. And my acceptance rate has never been that low before. And like I said, it doesn't affect me at all, so it didn't really matter. But I was still just that the part of my brain that wants to be a goody two shoes was sitting there how dare they make my acceptance rate go down? How freaking dare they? That is so rude. But anyway, once I got all those Walmart orders out of the way and I like moved to a different location, I was like, stop giving me Walmart orders. Then it was fine. Then I did a few Chick-fil-A orders, which are usually my favorite. Stuff like that. So, otherwise it was a good day. Like my goal is to make like, cause I'll work the lunch shift, which is like 3 or 4 hours usually. And my goal is to make at least $50 within those. Sometimes it's even 2 or 3 hours. My goal is like, I cannot stop work for the day until I've made $50. And that's just sort of how I try to budget, how I try to make sure I have enough money to pay my bills and stuff. Because I am 21 and I do live outside of my mom's house. Like I live with my boyfriend in our apartment, and so I do have to pay rent and stuff. So to make sure that I have the money to pay my bills, I'm like, okay, you can't leave until you get $50. And I just remember being at like $39 or whatever. And that's like only like 2 more orders until I hit 50 or something like that. But 2 orders usually takes a half an hour to an hour. And so I was sitting there going, oh, I just want to go home. I want to go home and crochet and diamond paint. And I don't want to be here anymore. I was so sick of it. Because I had to go all the way to, like, God knows where to deliver this order. I was just annoyed. I was so annoyed by the end of it. I was like, I'm done. I want to go home. I want to make a frog. But it was a good day. I made my $50 and I went home. It was a good day. Oh, jeez. Yeah, yesterday was a lot. I sent out orders yesterday morning and then DoorDashed and then had live. And then, like, it was just a big day for me. Like, I'm not used to that I don't have a full-time job. I'm not used to that kind of a schedule. And then I have school on top of it. Thankfully, it's just summer school right now. But, so I only have 1 class. And that basically means, like, I have 1 assignment once a week, which is, like, totally fine. And this week is the last week of summer school. Like, it's the last week of class, which is freaking awesome. I'm so excited, but I need to actually, like, get on and do my work for the week. I haven't done that yet. So we need to do that at some point. And I tried yesterday to register for classes for the fall. And I had talked to my academic advisor at one point and we sort of came up with a plan of like, okay, here's sort of, because I only have a year left. That's 2 semesters. So it was, okay, here's what we're going to do, fall semester, and then here's what we're going to do spring semester, and then you'll graduate in May. Great. I went on to register for classes, and they didn't have, I go to a small community college. They don't offer every class every semester. So I went on to register, and they didn't have all the classes I needed. They had 2 out of the 4 classes that I needed. It's like, fuck. So I emailed my academic advisor and was like, yo, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Because, like, next semester I need to do, like, my capstone and whatever. Like, I need to sort of knock some stuff out this semester. And he was like, yeah, they don't offer every class every semester. Like, you're going to have to schedule an appointment with me through whatever, and we'll figure it out. And it's like, no, just tell me what classes to take, and I'll take them. Like, I don't care at this point. I just need to finish this dang program. Because I started off, right out of high school, I started off as a criminology major. I wanted to be in the FBI, and I was specializing in sex crimes, and I also thought about being a victim's advocate, and then like a profiler. I thought about a bunch of different things. And that ended up just being like too heavy of a subject for me to do day in and day out, that like I find it really fascinating, and I still find it fascinating and whatever, but I have always sort of, I am diagnosed with depression. I've always kind of leaned depressive And so I was like, I don't need depressive topics like pushing me over the edge every day. So I decided to kind of, and also it's like, it's just a really strict area to be in because law enforcement is very sort of like strict and stern and whatever. And it was just not my type of scene. I am much more of like a laid back, go with the flow kind of person. And so that kind of atmosphere that was so structured, it didn't really work for me. So I ended up changing my major after 2 years of doing a criminology degree. So I had all these criminology classes that were now useless to me because I went from criminology to video production. Has nothing to do with nothing. Like, I could transfer like my core credits, but other than that, like I was screwed and had 2 years worth of useless credits. So, I'm doing an associate's for video production. That's a 2-year degree. It has taken me, technically, if you think about when I was doing criminology and whatever, it's taking me 4 years to get a 2-year degree. So fun, am I right? So it's like I'm watching, my friends who are doing a normal 4-year degree that I went to high school with and whatever, I'm watching them graduate and it's like, no, no, I want to graduate. So I'm just like, I don't care what I take. I really don't. I'll take whatever I need to finish this degree. And then, so just tell me what to take. I don't want to make an appointment. I don't want to talk about it. I want you to just say, okay, take this class and take this class. And I'll say, great. And do that. Doesn't that sound nice? I don't want to make an appointment. But I have to. So at some point, I'm going to need to do that. And I'm not excited about it. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's so fine. I don't know what's gonna happen because so much of my life right now kind of revolves around work that like if I'm not, because school is only like one assignment once a week, I spend the rest of my time either door dashing or like doing stuff for the Etsy shop, like brainstorming and coming up with new products and doing all sorts of stuff, packaging orders. And it's like when I'm taking 4 classes in the fall, how is that going to change my dynamic I have going on with work? That like, how much time am I going to be able to dedicate to this kind of stuff? And it kind of scares me because I love my Etsy shop and I don't want to stop doing it, but I need to graduate. So it's like, frick, what do I do? I bet it'll be fine. It would be nice if maybe by that point, if the Etsy shop has grown enough that I could just do that and not have to DoorDash anymore. That would be nice. That would be real nice. DoorDashing is a really great, a lot of people call it like a side hustle. To me, it's a great job. That like, it's a really good way for especially like students like me who need a flexible schedule. And also, people with mental health problems like me that need a more flexible schedule. It's really wonderful because if I'm waking up, it's part of the reason I wanted to do it, because if I wake up and I'm like, I'm having a real crap day, I could just not work. I don't have to call in sick. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to make excuses to anybody. I just don't go. I just say, nope, not today, ma'am. It's wonderful. It's amazing. So I've definitely created 2 jobs for myself where I'm pretty much my own boss, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So it kind of makes me worried to like when I graduate and I go and get like an actual video editing job, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a boss again. Oh no. Like I'm gonna have to listen to somebody again. What the heck? Is anybody else like that? Does anybody just like not want to listen to their boss? I feel like everybody doesn't want to listen to their boss. We'll we'll see how the Etsy shop goes, and hopefully I can keep that around for the foreseeable future. You know, I really enjoy it. I really, really do. It's really fun for me. And I love like being involved in this community and coming up with my own stuff and seeing other people use it, and just so fun. Guys, I'm almost done with the section. Look at that. I'm knocking this thing out. I mean, granted, I already had the cookies done when I started, but still, like, we're knocking this out. Look at that go. Are you proud of me or what? I need more coffee. Oh my God, my coffee cup is almost empty, y'all. I need more coffee. It's so gloomy outside today. I don't know what the temperature is like where you guys are at. Let me know in the comments down below. There are many things that that I've told you to tell me in the comments down below, but you know what? It's fine. It's so gloomy today, and it was the same way yesterday, that it was just super gloomy. I hate that. I knew somebody in high school where like their favorite weather was when it was like really cloudy and really just like rainy, and like that was their favorite. And it's like, I'm not gonna, you know, I won't lie to you, like one of my favorite things in the world is like curling up with my diamond painting and like listening to it rain outside and like lighting a candle and wearing fuzzy socks. Like, you fucking bet. You bet your booty that I love that. 10 out of 10, am I right? Like, that's a good time. But other than that, I can't stand rain. And so I was like, your favorite weather is when it's gloomy and sad outside? I just can't relate. And so it's gloomy and sad outside today. And so that makes me sad. I don't know if it's actually gonna rain or not, but it sure as heck is gloomy and sad out there. Like, we only have this one in our living room. So it's our living room, kitchen, and dining room. And then we live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so our bedroom is back there. But we only have this one window, really. It's our sliding glass door that leads out to the balcony. That's our only light source in our living room. And so I always have it opened wide so that we get a bunch of natural light in here, because I'm absolutely obsessed with natural light and have to have all of the natural light. But when it's gloomy on days like this, there's just not a lot of natural light coming in, and it makes me sad. Like, I just love my natural light. I was telling my therapist last week, actually, that it was like, people talk a lot about like seasonal, what is it called? Seasonal depressive disorder? What is that called? Where like based on the season, your depression is heavily influenced by the season. And I was telling her, it's like, I feel like I have something kind of like that, except it doesn't have anything to do with the season, but it has a lot to do with the sunlight. That like, if it is not sunny that day, like if it's not a nice sunny day, I feel more sad on those days. And I don't know if that is like seasonal affective disorder. Is that what it's called? I think so. I don't know if that's like seasonal affective disorder, or if that's just like normal, that most people feel a little bit more down on the days that it's gloomy. Like, is that just me? Let me know down in the comments below if that's just me, who is apparently very heavily affected by the sunlight. I don't know. I don't know. I love the sunlight. I think part of it, I got it from the fact that I used to live in an apartment before I met Perry. I used to live in an apartment that had, it was sort of similar to this, where like it was living room, kitchen, whatever, all was one big room, and there was one window. Except ours is like a great big like sliding glass door, like the one that we have now. So you actually get quite a bit of sunlight through that. But I had like this teeny tiny window in that last apartment. It was one teeny tiny window, and that was it. But the way that the apartments were set up was that that window looked out onto like a courtyard that was like surrounded by everybody else's front door as well. And so people were constantly walking past your window, and they could look into your apartment that way and stuff. And the person I was living with at the time hated that. And so he insisted that the window was always closed. Therefore, there was zero natural sunlight ever. It was just like a dark cave. And I lived there for like 9 months. And so once I moved out of there, I was just like, oh my God, sunlight. What is this? There is sunlight again. Oh my God. And ever since then, I've been so attached to the sunlight that it's like, it really does affect my mood 100%. It's so weird. But I told Perry, because we're talking about, we just renewed our lease, so we'll be here until next March. May? March. May? One of those 2 months. Next year, next summer. We'll be here until next summer. And so, but after that, we're hoping to buy a house. And I was telling Perry, it's like when we buy a house, that house needs to, like, my two requirements for that house. It's like, of course I have lots of requirements for a house, but my two main ones, I want a craft room. I'm tired of crafting on my couch. I want a craft room. I want a desk. I want a craft room. Especially if I still have my Etsy business. It's like, I want to have a space to run my store out of. I want a craft room. Oops. And it needs to have a buttload and a whole entire ass load of windows. It needs floor to ceiling windows in every single room. Like, I need all of the windows for all of the natural light. And I was like, if our house that we buy doesn't have windows, like a lot of windows, I am breaking down walls and I am putting in windows. Like, we will have windows. I insist upon it. I have to. I'm obsessed. It's a problem. I really think it might be a problem. Guys, I'm almost done with this section. Oh my God. Oh my God. A lot of people were talking about me, well, not a lot of people, I think it was just one person actually in live last night that was, why do I keep dropping drills everywhere? Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. I've got like 7 drills attached to my thumb. Somebody in live was talking last night about the fact that I should do like a day in my life video. And I was like thinking about it and I was like, that's interesting, but I don't do much. Like, I work and I craft. So it's like, if a day in the, so here is kind of what a day in the life video would look like. I could do a day in the life of like what crafts I do that day. And I could do like a day where I package orders, and like show you my process of packaging up orders. That could be a day in the life video, because that's usually what Mondays look like for me. Is Monday I don't DoorDash and I do Etsy things. So that I could show you that. If that would be interesting to you, again, I'm going to say it for the 1000th time. Like, let me know in the comments if that sounds of interest to you, if that's something you'd want to see from me. If you're like, oh my God, I would love to see you package up orders and do your crafts and whatever, like see what you're crocheting that day, see what you're diamond painting that day, whatever. Like, if that sounds interesting to you, let me know and I can absolutely do that. I just feel like, I don't know, I just almost feel like people wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Like, my life's not that interesting. It's not like I'm off doing crazy things all day. Like, I sit in my house. I don't really leave my house a lot. If I'm not DoorDashing and I'm not going to therapy, I don't leave my house. Guys, I just finished this section. Yes. Yes. We're going to the next row. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Any schwiz. Should I move on to the next section? No, we just hit an hour actually, so I might just stop it there. Let me cut off my plastic. I need to get a new blade for my X-Acto knife because you're about to see. Oops, Jesus! I'm apparently throwing my X-Acto knife around. That is not safe. But anyway, you'll see how like dull this thing is. If you have to catch it. I've gotten good, catch it at just the right spot, but like the tip is now like so dull because of me like using it to cut everything. Absolutely everything. It's really quite bad, honestly. But anyway, you guys, I think that was a really good place to stop, actually, because I just finished this section. Look at the cookies! I love it. And we've got a little leaf and some bubbles. How fun. How fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for this WIP and Chat today. Like I said, I want to try to make this more of a weekly thing. So I'm going to try to do a WIP and Chat a week. Maybe I'll do, like, just because Wednesdays happen to be a good day for me, maybe I'll do, like, WIP and Chat Wednesdays or whatever. That might be a good idea, actually. So anyway, I'm going to try to do weekly WIP and Chats. I'm going to be packaging up orders today, so if you ordered anything from yesterday, that should all ship out today, with the exception of the other person who ordered an amigurumi plushie last night, because we'll see if I'm able to get that done and shipped out today. Otherwise, it might ship out tomorrow or the next day. But I'm hoping that I can just get it all together and ship it all out today. We'll see. Just because I have to go to therapy, so it sort of puts like a break in my day, which might make it harder to finish everything. But anyway, if you ordered stuff last night, expect to see that going out today, which is very exciting. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me for this WIP and Chat. And if you were at live last night, thank you so much for being there and for supporting me and my channel. I really, really appreciate it. You have no idea how much this means to me to be part of this community. And I love this community and I love the people in it, and it just warms my heart to be a part of this. So thank you guys so much for coming. I'll have everything you could ever possibly need linked down in the description box below. If I'm missing something, feel free to let me know and I'll link it in the comments. Otherwise, that is it for today's WIP and Chat. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!